Okay, good morning. Wait a minute, get the light out of your face. There we go. Good morning. We made it. We are on day 5. I'm so excited that you all joined me for this May Mastermind, a dive into figuring out how to fit fitness into a busy life. We talked about so many things. I'll do a recap. First of all, it's day 5. But if you're just now listening, you're just now joining in on day 5, welcome, thank you. And I am Lisa. I am your health and wellness coach here at Body Mind, and Soul. Why did I call it Body, Mind, and Soul? I don't think I ever said anything about that. So, why is my business Body, Mind, and Soul? Sorry, I just came in from, I said good morning. I'm doing this. It's not actually morning. So I'm a hot mess today. Anyway, why did I call this Body, Mind, and Soul? Because health esteem encompasses your entirety, right? It's not just how fit you are or aren't. It's not how that working out. It's not all just workout. It's not all nutrition. There is this mindset component. And so it's a holistic approach to health and wellness. And that's why I've called it Body, Mind, and Soul, because we are working every aspect. We are working on our body so that our body is fed in the most nutritious way. It is moved in the way that doesn't cause it helps with longevity. It helps with mobility and flexibility, the movements that we do, the workouts that we do. So you're fueling your body, but you're also fueling your mind, which then in turn uplifts and encourages your soul. So it's an all-encompassing look at health and wellness. So holistic approach to health and wellness, body, mind, and soul. That's why I picked Body, Mind, and Soul. It's everything that health and wellness encompasses. So in the last 5 days, we have talked about so many things. So I'm going to do a really quick recap of day 1. We talked about the 5 things that you can start doing right now. Those 5 things, we talked about evening routine. We talked about morning routine. We talked about taking a break in the middle of the day, drinking water, and also starting a mindset practice and why that's so important. Day 2, we talked about I'm sorry, gone blank. I did not bring my notes down here with me today. Day 2, we talked about why taking time for yourself is important, and how setting up that evening routine and that morning routine is important. Day 3, we talked more about morning routines, a little bit of mindset. Yesterday we talked about on day 4 we talked about fitness. So we have come full circle back around. We are now going to talk about nutrition. We talked about moving our body. Now let's talk about fueling our body. So what we put into our body, that's what our skin becomes. So let that sink in for a minute. There's scientific stuff. And I told you I'm not a scientist. I'm not a doctor. I do a lot of research, but I try to relate information in a way that is not scientific-y or overly medical, right? So it's kind of my take on the science behind it. So what we put into our body does eventually get into our skin. It gets into our bloodstream. It gets into all of the things. So it becomes part of us. So you wouldn't wash your hair with grease. So why? I mean, you wouldn't wash your hair with not grease. That was a bad analogy. But you wouldn't put some of these things in your hair. Why put them in your body? Okay, so nutrition basics. So my nutrition, what I do, and this is not it is what I recommend, but it is not a do this or you can't be part of my program. That is not the case. There are so many different programs and different nutrition advice out there. For me personally, what I've chosen for my body that gives me the best fuel for my body and makes my skin, hair, and nails look the best is not what a typical standard American diet looks like. What I do is I eat what I call the proper human diet. And honestly, it's not even a diet. It's my lifestyle. It's just the way I eat. It's the way I eat. Um, I have more energy. I have less midday crashes, and I stay fuller longer. Like I can go quite a bit without eating food, and I'm not hangry. I'm not overly hungry. I don't have those sugar rushes. I'm doing right now, I'm doing a sugar detox, and I am on, this is day number 9 that I have not had sugar. And when I say I have not had sugar, that includes sodas, that includes diet sodas, that includes fruits, it includes chocolate, candies, baked goods like cakes, brownies, all of the sweet things, donuts. I've not had any of that for the past 9 days, and I'm not really even craving it, honestly. The one thing that I have used that kind of replace that is my superfoods shake that I have in the morning, and um, it has really been it's been a great game changer. It's actually it could help you lose weight if you use it in that way, because it is kind of like a meal replacement, but I don't use it that way. So I'm maintaining my weight, and I'm using that as it does help curb those cravings. So I can give you more information on that. The superfoods shake that I drink. Okay, so I have more energy, I have less midday crashes, and I stay fuller longer. So my nutrition is simple to me, and it doesn't really cost a lot, um, and the prep is really quick. So what do I personally eat? I eat a lot of eggs. I eat a lot of bacon. I eat a lot of beef. Now, when I say beef, that does include pork, chicken, turkey. Um, Pork, chicken, turkey. I don't really eat fish, but you could totally do that. I'm not a fan of fish, so I don't eat fish. But that's not because of any other reason than the fact that I just personally don't care for it. The other thing is I don't cook with or use any types of seed oils. So that includes the vegetable oils, canola oil, peanut oil, all of those seed oils, because they're honestly not good for you, and there is scientific evidence that backs that up. This information, this everything that I have gotten and how I eat has come from doing research with Dr. Berry, Dr. Ken Berry. He's on YouTube. You can look him up. Dr. Anthony Chivas, who's also on YouTube. And I do not know how to pronounce his name correctly, but he's the carb addiction doctor, and he is also on YouTube. So if you just look up carb addiction doctor, you'll find him. He's South American doctor, and really, sorry, I itch on my nose. Really good doctor. And so I've used, and then also Nisha Berry is an RN, and she has a lot of great content on this as well. So I've used their information and kind of tailored it to fit me personally. So it's kind of like a keto diet and a carnivore diet crash into each other, because I do eat some things that carnivores don't eat, but I eat a lot of things that the keto community or the keto more keto related as opposed to more carnivore. But I am heavy on my meats, my protein, my fats. So what do I cook with? I use only butter, or I use bacon grease to cook with. And I do not eat a lot of vegetables. I will eat some vegetables, but I have found that doing this, I went through what's called an elimination diet, and I can give you more information on that as well. But I went through this elimination diet and found that some of the vegetables was causing me dietary issues. So like indigestion issues or digestive issues. So I was getting inflammation. I inflammation. I was bloated. I was gassy. I was constipated sometime, depending on, which foods it was. Um, and it's the same with carbs. I don't eat a lot of carbs. I do limit my carb intake. I do eat carbs. I just don't eat a lot of them. And I'm very picky on the carbs that I do take in my body for the same reason, because it causes inflammation. It causes constipation and I'm either constipated or constantly going to the bathroom, like one or the other when I eat those foods. So, and I do best to avoid or limit all sugars, including especially the artificial sugars. My father passed away from congestive heart failure. I had a grandmother who passed away from complications with diabetes. There is cancer in the family, and there's scientific evidence from these doctors that I had just mentioned that relates what you eat to some of these conditions. So diabetes can be reversed. Type 2 diabetes can be reversed with the diet, and it's not the standard American diet. You cannot reverse diabetes if you continue to eat sugar and carbs, because that's what's affecting you, right? It's not the meats, it's not red meat, it's not the eggs, it's not those types of things that are causing the problems. It's the inflammatory foods that are causing the issues. And these doctors that I've talked about have that information. They have all the scientific information that backs that up. So go check them out. Don't just listen and take my word for it. Check out Dr. Ken Berry, Dr. Anthony Chivas, the carb addiction doctor. Go check their YouTube videos out, and they spell it out in so much better detail than I can. So with the body program, there are other nutrition options. So there's gut protocol, which is kind of like that elimination diet that I was talking about. And it helps you figure out what foods you actually should avoid, because they're giving you those digestive issues, inflammation, bloating, all of those types of things. There's the 21-day fix, which it kind of helps you if you are trying to, so you have these little containers, square containers, and it helps you measure out your food so that you know exactly what you're getting and what you're eating. And then there is the to be mindset, and that is where it's kind of what I do minus all the vegetables, because that one is very heavy on vegetables, and because those vegetables give me gut issues, I do the diet minus the vegetables. So it's basically eat until you're full, until you're satisfied, right? Eat until you're satisfied. You don't overeat. You eat until you're satisfied, and then you no more, right? So that's what the to be mindset. It's being mindful of what you're putting on your plate, and then what you're putting in your body, and how much of that you're eating. So those are the three different nutrition programs through body, and then what I personally do. All of those are so much better than the processed foods, than eating fast food, eating junk food. So for more information on nutrition options and tips, you can just email me the word nutrition, and I can help you find a nutrition program that works for you and your goals. There's a nutrition quiz that we can do, and we can figure that out. Whoops. Scroll down to my other notes. Make sure I'm not missing anything. Wrong one. Okay. Yeah, so that's basically my notes on nutrition. So nutrition, again, goes back to your whole mindset. So I'm going to do this, like I said, full circle. Everything goes back to mindset. How we work out, how we treat our body, what we say to ourselves. It's all our mindset. And taking care of our mindset and doing personal development, personal growth, just a mindset practice, however that looks, is so important, because so many studies out there, and so many there's so many limiting beliefs that we tell ourselves that are just not true. And you need to overcome those if you're going to get anywhere. If you're wanting to lose weight and you're standing in the mirror and you're saying to yourself, what's the point? I've tried all the diets before, I've failed, I just can't do this. That's a negative mindset that you need to stop. Your negative mindset needs to stop. And you need to start being more like, you wouldn't tell a friend of yours who's trying to get your support and encouragement on their weight loss journey. You wouldn't tell them, why are you even doing this? You failed all these other times. Why do you think this is going to work? I don't know, maybe you would. If you're not going to tell your friend the same things that you're telling yourself, why are you telling yourself? You are your own best friend. So you need to make sure that what you tell yourself is stuff that you would actually tell anybody else. We don't want to talk to ourselves in such a negative, bad way that that we wouldn't talk to anybody else. You wouldn't look in the mirror, or you wouldn't say, if somebody else asked you if they were fat, would you look at them and say, I have 5 fat friends and you're 4 of them? If you wouldn't say that to your friend, you're not going to say that to yourself, right? I mean, that's not right. So we really need to work on our mindsets just as much as everything else. And that is what I love about this body platform, is that everything is in one place. So we have the workouts, and there's so many of them to choose from. We have those nutrition plans. We have the mindset tools with Growth Day and other mindset tools within the Body app. It's just a well-rounded, holistic approach to health esteem. And what you get when you come on and you have me as your coach is, we will sit down, we will figure out what your goals are and what fitness programs will work towards those goals, what nutrition programs would work towards those goals. Dial that all in. But most importantly, you are put into a community where we offer encouragement, support, and motivation. So it's not a, here's this, do it. It's a, here's this, and how can I help you accomplish your goals? Let's work together so that I can help you have that confidence to actually stick with the program, see it through, and show you that it is sustainable. I've been using this body platform for a year now. I have been able to maintain my weight for a complete year. I have gained strength. I have gained so much in my mindset work. I can't even explain everything that I have gained in a short amount of time. It's more, have more positivity. I'm not as negative to myself or other people. I have more energy. I have more, I have more of everything. It's not I don't want to get up and work out. It's okay, who's my trainers this week is, or this month is this, and let's go. I mean, I get up because I want to get up. I sometimes wake up before my alarm even goes off. And if it was not for this program, I would not be where I am right now. I would still be struggling. I would still be on the whole yo-yoing around, right? You start a diet and you lose the weight that you want, and so you go back to what you knew before. And the next thing you know, you've gained that weight plus 10 more, right? So you're constantly back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Well, for the entire year, by changing the way I think about food, that by changing my mindset, by putting in the movement that works for my body and what I'm trying to accomplish with my body, I've been able to do this for a year and still have the same enthusiasm and excitement as day one when I first started this program. I've done a lot of different exercises, and I found the ones that I enjoy the most and the trainers that I enjoy the most out of all of them that are out there. But I'm constantly trying all of the new stuff because I want to try the new trainers, because if you don't try something, you're not going to know that you like it, right? So that is all. We have finished this 5-day mindset. Again, thank you so much. I'm not giving you homework tonight, except for I sent you an email yesterday, a newsletter about the new program, the new boot camp that starts on the 3rd. So if you haven't checked that out, go check that out. And let's continue what we started in these 5 days, these last 5 days. I'll still be on here Saturday and Sunday. I'll still be here for the full 7 days, providing encouragement and support. But I will not be doing these types of videos. Today was the last one for this. So I want to continue supporting you. I want to continue to help you achieve the goals that you want for your fitness, whatever those goals are. So let me know how I can best serve you, and let's continue to work together.